Police will be out in full force this holiday weekend, what they're looking for to keep you and your family safe.
Plus, business is booming for a local butcher shop. How the owner of Echo Valley Meats is finding success.
Good evening. 43% of Independence Day deaths in the last 4 years involved someone who was drinking and driving.
Police are working to keep you and your family safe this holiday weekend, and they'll be keeping an extra close eye on the road. WMBD's Rachel Kay joins us now in the studio with tonight's top story at 5. Rachel?
Thanks, Evelyn. Of course, the biggest thing the state police will be looking out for this weekend is drinking and driving. They're actually starting their special patrols tonight, since a lot of people have off on the 3rd and start celebrating early. The best thing you can do is have a designated driver or taxi number on hand, and because the 4th of July is such a big travel holiday, state police are also expecting more people to be out on the roads. They'll have extra staff patrolling, but want you to help and call police if you're on the road and notice anything dangerous.
More people taking the chance to get behind the wheel when they're impaired and they shouldn't be driving, and then you combine that with more traffic, yeah, there's bound to be a problem. So we want to be very proactive. We want to be looking for those impaired drivers.
Trooper Green also reminds us that construction zones can still be active work sites during the holiday weekend, so the slower speed limits will stay in effect.
Thanks, Rachel. Celebrations begin tomorrow night at Glen Oak Park. You can head that way to watch a Friday night fireworks show, although flooding isn't much of a concern as it is along the riverfront. There are still a few parking and road closures you should know about. Parking within Glen Oak may be limited depending on how wet the ground is. There's no parking on Abington Hill. Prospect is expected to close between 7 and 7:30.
We will also have parking limited on Prospect. There will be posted no parking signs after 5 o'clock. The people that live in the area will be allowed to park there till 5 o'clock, and after that we will control the parking.
Lieutenant Rogie says if you want to get a parking spot, you should get there as early as possible. The Bloomington Police Department wants to make sure you have a safe 4th of July as well. If you're heading to Miller Park, there are some temporary rule changes in place. No pets will be allowed, and no bike riding will be allowed. People can still ride bikes to the park, but once inside, riders must walk those bikes. No fireworks of any kind are allowed. The same goes for alcohol. Failure to follow the rules could result in fines.
The 4th of July and fireworks seem to go hand in hand, but many cities have different ordinances in place that make it much more complicated than that. The Peoria Fire Department says there really aren't any legal fireworks in the state of Illinois, but it's up to municipalities to decide their specific ordinance. The key is to check with your city to find out the policy. A local fireworks stand tells us they too have many rules to follow, such as paying a city and state for a permit, allowing them to set up shop, and they can only sell certain approved fireworks.
Sparklers, novelty, smoke, those are on snappers, those are unregulated, and so we can sell those without anyone having to have any kind of permit or special regulations, as long as it's okay by their city ordinances.
Chief Olahai acknowledged that rules aside, people will get their hands on fireworks this weekend. He says it's important to know some safety tips. Don't give kids sparklers. They burn hot enough to melt glass. Know the power of your fireworks so that you can launch it at a safe distance. Don't drink alcohol while launching fireworks, and stop, drop, and roll if your clothes catch fire.
State budget remains in the air, and lawmakers won't be returning to Springfield until Wednesday to discuss the issue again. Meantime, Peoria County wants people to know it will not be affected while the state does not have a spending plan. The county will continue services regardless of whether there's a balanced budget. Local governments will continue to receive state income, sales, and motor fuel tax shares. Parks and museums may be impacted, but they shouldn't be immediately.
As Peoria police continue to investigate Tuesday's homicide that left a young man dead, a local group is uniting people once again to send a strong message. Peoria Community Against Violence is rallying the public together tonight. They say they want to see an end to senseless violence in our community. PCAV is calling the event a murder stand-down for peace, and it's scheduled for 6 p.m. tonight at the Gateway Building, room 201 in Peoria.
The first full meeting with the new board will vote on Lathan's separation agreement with the district. That's the only action item on tonight's agenda. Lathan announced her resignation on Tuesday after the school board said it was going to discuss terminating her contract. WMBD's Hannah Hilliard is at that meeting, and she will bring us more tonight at 10.
You could soon have more options when grabbing a bite to eat in downtown Peoria. Applications to operate a food truck are available starting today. People who want to start or run a food truck business have to have insurance and submit pictures and a sample menu to the city before they're approved. Food trucks have operated outside of the downtown area and on private property, but were approved to run on downtown streets in April. City officials said the trucks could be a new trend.
I'm sure that there will be a few, and I think it's something that will grow in time as people try to figure out how to make a business model work.
The applications are available at City Hall and on the city's website.
In a story now from our Twin Cities newsroom, it's only July, but one local group is already thinking about going back to the classroom. Bloomington's Back to School Alliance is kicking off its annual collection drive. It takes backpacks and other school supplies for kids from low-income families in the Twin Cities. Collection boxes have been set up around town, including the McLean County Museum of History and Mid-Central Community Action. Collection drives are also planned for the next 2 weekends at the Walmart in Normal. The Alliance chair says the need for supplies has increased.
You could get the basic school supplies for about $45 a kid, which is a lot on a family budget when you have several kids going to school and you have registration fees and book fees, and if you're in any activities, all those things hit families, very hard at the beginning of the year.
School supply donations will be accepted through August 7th. Supplies will be handed out at the back-to-school party at the Coliseum on August 11th.
A local business owner who's received national exposure is finding success in the business he started from the ground up. Dave Alwyn of Echo Valley Meats in Bartonville attributes that success to his hard work and willingness to take a huge risk. WMBD's Alyssa Paldo explains.
I walked away from everything with nothing and started from scratch.
Third-generation cattle farmer and meat processor Dave Alwyn walked away from the business his father and uncle started, Alwyn Brothers and Sons Meats in Peoria.
I've kind of got this track record of doing kind of crazy things that people think I'm nuts, but I kind of think I'm a visionary.
That vision to start his own business. So in 1998, Echo Valley Meats was created, with the risk of causing a little bit of beef with his family's business, now competitors.
I had much bigger dreams, and as I say in my speeches, if your dreams are not bigger than reality, you have a problem with your dreams.
Those dreams took Alwyn to the reality TV show Shark Tank to pitch his business that sells his high-quality meats online.
So I truly knew our industry from conception to consumption, from start to finish.
The judges grilled him and he left without a deal. But the experience resulted in more business than ever and even some offers to sell his company. But that's not an option to him.
And there's no better place to live and have a family and grow up in Peoria, Illinois.
Alwyn got another rare opportunity. The show invited him back this March. He struck a deal with Mark Cuban, exploding his online business and giving him opportunities to appear on QVC, sponsor a NASCAR, and speak on a national platform about his success.
You get what you work for, not what you wish for.
In Bartonville, Alyssa Paldo, WMBD News.
Now, Alwyn continues to run his store in Bartonville. He says he enjoys serving lunch to people every day out of his business, and keeping those customers happy is what makes it all worthwhile. Well, a Washington, D.C. Navy Yard goes on lockdown after a reported shooting, while authorities say there was no danger at all. But first, Chris, can we keep this weather?
I think we're going to keep it going a little bit longer, Evelyn. We have some beautiful weather on the way for the end of the week and perhaps the holiday weekend. I'll have that forecast and more coming up. Don't go away.
You're watching WMBD News at 5 in high definition with Paul Ciccone, Evelyn Wilkerson, and Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local weather authority forecast. This is WMBD News at 5. Central Illinois proud.
It's Mattress Firm's huge 4th of July sale. Get our hottest summer savings on Sealy Firm queen sets for just $299.99. Plus, get our best financing offer of 0% APR for 72 months. Now through Sunday, only at Mattress Firm.
I got a lot of love, people. My heart is pounding with flavor.
Craving big-time flavor? Get Checkers and Rally's famous Big Buford. Add our Big Chicken Deluxe and get 2 of the same or 1 of each, just $5. Checkers and Rally's.
It's in the bag.
Somewhere in the Caribbean, there are 5-star luxury resorts where it's all included, all unlimited, all the time. Sandals, where love is all you need, because everything else is included. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
This is amazing.
That's amazing.
Real people are discovering surprising things at Chevy.
We're sold. It's so pretty.
They're good-looking cars. It feels great.
Perfect. This is not what I would expect from a Chevy at all.
Get more than you expect for less than you imagined at the Chevy 72-hour sale. Now get 0% financing for 72 months on most 2015 Chevy vehicles. Hurry, the clock is ticking. Get yours now. The 72-hour sale ends July 9th.
Visit us online at drivechevy.com.
Washington is broken. To fix it, we need to stop the spending, cut the waste, and end the corruption. I'm Darren LaHood, and that's why I'm running for Congress. In Springfield, I fought against the spending, tax hikes, and waste, and I pushed for term limits and reforms to clean up government. In Washington, I'll do the same, and I'll lead with conservative ideas that'll put Illinois first. I'm Darren LaHood. I approve this message, and I'm asking for your vote.
See Disney Pixar's movie Inside Out now in 3D.
This is gonna be good.
And enter Mattress Firm's Sleep Emotions contest. To enter, go to mattressfirm.com/sleep emotions for a chance to win $5,000 and more. Only at Mattress Firm.
This portion of WMBD News is brought to you by Hopedale Medical Complex.
When it's time to consider independent or assisted living, there's a lot to think about. Will I be happy? How much will it cost? What if there's an emergency? What if one unique place met all your needs? Hopedale Commons is conveniently located, offers spacious apartments, quality meals, and the peace of mind of a hospital emergency room right next door. We offer exceptional, compassionate care at affordable prices. Visit HopedaleSeniorLiving.com to learn about a free month's rent. Home Sweet Hopedale.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD's chief meteorologist, Chris Yates.
Welcome back. Not a bad day by any means. Temperatures pretty comfortable here across central Illinois. This is the current view looking back towards Peoria from East Peoria and our Borisbury Law Office's Skycam. Some good news. The river, it is finally starting to drop a little bit, but it's going to take some time before all the flooding recedes. Assuming we don't get next rain over the next couple of weeks, hopefully that'll happen within a 2 or 3 week period. But right now, 76 degrees out there. It's not too muggy either. That humidity up to 54%, which is a nice improvement from where it's been over the past several weeks. So it is a little drier. Temperatures into the lower 70s up north, mid to upper 70s down south. Bloomington normal sitting at 77 degrees. Meanwhile, we have some cooler temperatures out west as well. Galesburg now at 70, 69 in Macomb. As we zoom out and show you what's going on across the state and in nearby states, 79 degrees now out in Cincinnati. St. Louis coming in at 78. Springfield, Missouri, 81. The real warm weather is down south where Little Rock and Oklahoma both are experiencing temperatures into the 90s. And that's where we have a stalled frontal boundary line. It's drifted further south from yesterday, but that is also going to keep the showers and thunderstorms well to our south for tonight. But as for central Illinois, we do have some moisture coming in. It's mainly mid and high level cloud cover that'll push in through tonight, but we're not expecting much in the way of showers. I think it's just going to be a little too dry for us down here at the surface. So all the activity remains south along that frontal boundary. A weak area of low pressure will slowly drift eastward. High pressure building in from the north as we go through tomorrow. That'll keep skies mostly sunny, but notice we do have a few showers popping up just to our south. I think they will attempt to push in, but will not at least have much success in doing so. So through tonight, skies becoming partly to mostly cloudy. We will see some cloud cover as we kick off tomorrow morning, but I think we'll burn it off by mid-afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. Temperatures dropping down into the 50s tonight. This is a good 5 to 10 degrees below average. 58 degrees here in Peoria, 56 in Bloomington normal. And then for tomorrow, some cloud cover, but giving way to some afternoon sun. The best chance for any thunderstorm activity is going to be down near Lincoln, down towards Champaign and Springfield. That's just about it. We should be looking at partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies across central Illinois for tomorrow. Perhaps a few more clouds down near Bloomington normal, but I think here in Peoria we are going to be pushing 80 degrees. It'll be a nice one. Looking for mid to upper 70s to near 80 for the north near Kewanee. Now as we get you through the holiday, at least through Saturday, there's going to be a frontal boundary that is really going to weaken before it gets through here. High pressure will keep things pretty quiet. And with high pressure over the area, that is going to mean sunny skies and clear skies just in time for the 4th of July. So here's a look at our forecast along the riverfront. Temperatures around 70 degrees. Absolutely perfect. Cannot really beat a forecast like that. Everything cleared out just in time for the holiday. Sunday looks pretty nice, and then of course I got to mix it up a little bit. So we have some showers and thunderstorms returning to central Illinois early next week, courtesy of a cold front pushing in from the northwest. At least the weekend looks terrific. It's been a while.
I would say Central Illinois is going to be happy that you pushed all of the rain through the weekend. And
it's about time. I'm tired of saying rain on Sunday.
Yeah.
We finally got out of that rut.
Yeah, that wasn't fun at all.
All right, thanks, Chris. Yep. The largest environmental settlement in U.S. history. I'll tell you how much BP is paying after spilling millions of gallons of crude into the Gulf of Mexico.
Are structurally deficient, including the Murray-Baker Bridge. I'm Shane Gustafson, and I'll have that story coming up.
Avanti's is introducing a new menu for your dining pleasure. The Chicken Italiano sandwich and the Pasta Italiano entree. Both meet Avanti's high standards for quality and taste. Find your favorite food at avantispeoria.com.
Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois. Take a break from the day and enjoy a delicious lunch in our wine cellar restaurant. And enjoy a variety of soups, sandwiches, desserts, all made fresh daily. Live the good life here at Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
Experience the difference at Independence Village of Peoria for today's retirement living. Independence Village is a unique retirement community designed especially for seniors. From our attractive private accommodations to our elegant dining room, you'll feel at home with our on-duty staff available 24 hours a day. Planned social events, elegant courtyards, Independence Village is centrally located close to shopping and medical facilities. Come see what sets us apart and experience the difference at Independence Village. Call for a free lunch and tour.
You see it everywhere nowadays. We call it the yield bump. It's a grower's way of saying you made a good decision. Because when you treat your corn and beans with Stratego Yield fungicide, you get healthier fields and higher yield potential. Want proven disease control that helps bump up your profits? Put her there. Stratego Yield. Healthy fields, higher yields.
Renault by Anderson of Central Illinois salutes Jeff Nevor and the Morton High School Band for its 10th consecutive state championship and University of Illinois Governor's Award.
It's the spirit of excellence.
This week, your Greater Peoria Area Crime Stopper, serving Peoria, Tazewell, and Woodford counties, takes you to Bartonville to focus on some recent vehicle burglaries. On May 22nd, around 12:30 a.m., 4 males entered the Mardell Manor subdivision and began looking for vehicles that were unlocked. The males went house to house lifting car handles and entered the ones that were unlocked. The males burglarized 26 vehicles during the early morning hours, taking cash, electronics, and other valuables. I'm Detective Mike Eaton. Crime Stoppers will pay up to $1,000 this week for information that leads to the arrest and indictment of these suspects. If you have any information about this crime or any serious crime or wanted fugitive, call Crime Stoppers at 673-9000. Or now you can text your tip to 274-637 and enter GPCS before typing your message. Always remember, crime doesn't pay, solving it does.
Throughout Central Illinois, there's someone lending a helping hand to families and businesses. Someone providing the means to make hopes and dreams become reality. We're your hometown community banks, and we're a part of your hometown. Together, we're making our community stronger, one relationship at a time. Hometown Community Banks. Look for the clock tower, and you'll know. We have time for you. Remember, Tessie?
You're watching WMBD News at 5.
A false report of an active shooter at a Navy facility in Washington, D.C. triggers a full-scale response from law enforcement. Craig Boswell is on the scene with why authorities are taking any threat seriously.
Law enforcement swarmed Washington, D.C.'s Navy Yard after what turned out to be a false report of an active shooter.
The person who made a call heard what she thought may have been gunshots, and she made a call, which is what employees here are trained to do. We have no concerns that this was a hoax whatsoever.
Just 2 years ago, a shooter killed 12 people and injured 3 others in this same location.
Here we go again.
Mike Hayes is a retired Navy captain who now works at the Navy Yard as a civilian. He says the base is better prepared now than it was in 2013.
They have great processes and procedures in place for us to do exactly what we need to do when we need to do it. And we immediately did shelter in place when we did it today.
Law enforcement officials are already on high alert after the FBI issued a bulletin warning terrorists may be targeting the 4th of July holiday. And ISIS has also called on its followers to carry out attacks during the holy month of Ramadan.
The difficulty is always going to be that individual who may be drinking all this in over social media, over the internet, who may not be communicating with anyone, but acting on their own.
Officials say people should still enjoy the festivities, but if you see something suspicious, report it. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Washington.
The FBI says it has no knowledge of any active plot at this time, but issued the warning out of precaution.
A ferry capsizes in the Philippines, killing dozens of people. 189 people were on board the wooden boat when it capsized shortly after leaving a central port. Survivors say strong waves suddenly flipped the ferry and trapped many passengers underneath. 3 Americans were among more than 100 who made it to the shore alive. Officials say dozens are dead and many are still missing. Authorities have arrested the captain and surviving crew members as they begin to investigate what caused the ferry to capsize.
In total is for $18.7 billion in economic and natural resource damages.
Oil giant BP in 5 states along the Gulf have reached what's being called the largest environmental settlement in history. It's from that massive oil leak 5 years ago that gushed into the Gulf of Mexico for months. The Deepwater Horizon oil rig exploded in April of 2010, killing 11 and spilling millions of gallons of crude. BP has already paid billions to clean up that spill. And like that, he was gone. Why a search for a missing toddler took off on 4 legs.
Trouble-free heating and cooling joins WMBD and WYZZ in saluting the class of 2015 and the teachers who inspired them. It's the spirit of excellence.
Great news! The best internet offer of the year is back. Get Xfinity Internet for just $14.99 a month for 12 months. But don't wait. This offer is only back for a short time. Xfinity delivers the fastest, most reliable in-home Wi-Fi. Call 1-800-XFINITY to get started for as low as $14.99 a month for 12 months. Or ask how to get even more speed with Blast. Now with 50% more speed. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Sundown Roofing joins WMBD and WYZZ in saluting educators across Central Illinois and the students who use that education to follow their dreams. It's the spirit of excellence.
Conservatives are rallying behind Darren LaHood because he'll be a dependable conservative fighter for Illinois. Darren LaHood wants to create Illinois jobs by boosting private sector growth. A champion for bold conservative principles, Darren LaHood will work to cut government spending, promote Illinois' agricultural industry, improve our crumbling bridges and roads, and fight to keep jobs local. Stand with conservative Darren LaHood. Vote July 7th. The U.S. Chamber is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Washington is broken. To fix it, we need to stop the spending, cut the waste, and end the corruption. I'm Darren LaHood, and that's why I'm running for Congress. In Springfield, I fought against the spending, tax hikes, and waste, and I pushed for term limits and reforms to clean up government. In Washington, I'll do the same, and I'll lead with conservative ideas that'll put Illinois first. I'm Darren LaHood. I approve this message, and I'm asking for your vote.
It's our neighborhood, our community, the heart of Illinois we care about. It's reaching out.
You're watching WMBD News at 5.
A mother says she turned her back on her toddler for 30 seconds and then the pit in your stomach feeling because when she turned around, he was gone.
Maureen Cosat reports the search for the missing boy took a twist when a 4-legged rookie caught his scent and started tracking.
What is the emergency there?
My child is missing.
Okay, how old is your child?
Not even 2.
Boy.
Deputy Sean Malloy and his canine, Carr, took on the intense search for a missing toddler.
My first thought was he went straight into the cornfield.
Carr had other ideas,
Up ahead of me was a firefighter.
but the canine paid no attention to the other first responders.
At that point, I was thinking he's on something good here. Sometimes you can hear him pretty loud snorting. His tail's wagging pretty good. His ears perking up.
Deputy Malloy says the threat of severe weather added urgency to the tracking mission, but he wasn't worried.
He had his head up. If you see him now, he's hopping.
At that point, he says wild horses couldn't have stopped his dog.
About right here, he pops his head up and looks that way. That time I look up and I see the kid about halfway down. My heart dropped and I was like, oh, there he is, right in front of me.
Deputies say it is a blessing the little boy didn't wander into the corn. It's 6 feet tall and could easily conceal a child. In fact, out here, the weeds are so dense, searchers may not have spotted him.
Fortunately, the toddler was happily wandering in a clearing between two cornfields.
He's just out for a stroll. He wasn't crying or nothing.
Deputy Malloy says he hoisted the boy on his shoulders, and when the ordeal was over, the missing toddler posed for a picture with his heroes for the Fairfield County Sheriff's Facebook page. Carr has served on the force for less than a year. This was the canine's first tracking mission, a rescue that is likely a career high for dog and deputy.
So glad about that. Well, don't go anywhere. Chris has a final look at your forecast next.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD, Central Illinois Proud.
It's Mattress Firm's huge 4th of July sale. Get our hottest summer savings on Sealy Firm Queen sets starting at just $299.99 or Beauty Rest Firm Queen sets for just $499.99. And get our best financing offer of 0% APR for 72 months. Plus, up to $300 in Mattress Firm Cool Cash with select mattress set purchases. Good towards free delivery, free accessories, and a free frame. So through Sunday, don't miss Mattress Firm's huge 4th of July sale.
I loved my Honda Civic, but the time came for a new car. So I looked around and decided to leave my Honda for a new Honda.
The Accord, Civic, and CR-V all have EcoAssist, plus an Econ button for better fuel efficiency. Driving a Honda can save you a lot of money over time and fuel costs, so I got a personal trainer. Oh!
No churros!
Don't want the churros!
Start something special with a fuel-efficient Accord, Civic, or CR-V from Honda. KBB.com's best value brand. At your Honda dealer.
Real people, steel people. When it comes to quality, reliability, and value, they just won't compromise. This season, dependable steel trimmers start at just $129.95. Hardworking steel blowers start at just $149.95. Find America's #1 selling brand at your local steel dealer. Visit steeldealers.com.
So we've got a 4-year no-interest event going on right now for the 4th of July. And what that means, for example, is you can come in and spend $2,400 and you're only going to pay $50 a month. $4,800, for example, is only $100 a month. It applies to tons of product throughout the store. All GE Profile appliances, all of our furniture, all Tempur-Pedic mattresses, LG TVs, and any audio products. Now's a great time to get all that stuff for your house that you've been needing. It gives you a lot of options you didn't have before.
I would like to know, can you solve this puzzle? And the category is person.
Endurance athlete.
Play more wheel.
Weekdays at 6:30 on WMBD.
There's a difference in the morning. Try us and see for yourself.
Lindsay Mills, weekdays on WMBD This Morning and WMBD News at noon.
You know WMBD will be there, covering the breaking news and the local stories that matter. But the stories that resonate the most are the ones that touch our lives, the ones that go straight to the heart. Stories you'll only find on WMBD. CI Heroes is my chance to celebrate our friends and neighbors doing amazing things. Do you have a nomination? Email me at ciheroes@wmbd.com.
CI Heroes, presented by Cefcu, Mondays on WMBD News at 10. Central Illinois Proud.
Come join the fun. Surprise! Here on Family Feud.
Weekdays at 3 on WMBD. You're watching WMBD News at 5.
All right, tonight we'll see a few passing clouds, temperatures into the upper 50s, which is a little cool for this time of year. Tomorrow, temperatures climbing a little closer to 80, mostly sunny skies, with some more mild weather on the way. We actually have a beautiful 4th in store for much of central Illinois. Look for mostly sunny skies, temperatures into the 80s. Things begin to change a bit early next week with another round of showers and thunderstorms that could last through Wednesday, thanks to an approaching